Check, check. What's up, y'all? Anything you want to do today? Where? Where at? Inside, outside, front, back, inside adductors? In here? Yeah. Okay. Hip flexors? Hip flexors? Okay. 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 That'll go with hip flexors, yeah. Sure. All right. All right. I got to be honest, I'm just not my normal self today. Some tough things have happened the past couple weeks, and I don't want to really get into it on camera with the microphone, but someone that practices with us is no longer with us, and it's a little bit heavy on me, so I'm trying to get through. I'll talk about it another time with y'all, though, because she'll need some of our support, so we can discuss it later, but it was a little bit of a heavy situation, so I'll do my best to try to get through, but it's been a heavy couple weeks. So I didn't want to try to bring the energy down, but I think some of y'all have known me for years and have practiced. So you could tell, right? And I wear my heart on my sleeve. There's no doubt about it. I know I can't hide shit like that. It comes right out. So if you see me kind of maybe a little quieter, and I don't say close your shutters 100 times today. Maybe that's why. So let's play around though. I talk about this all the time, like this place that you all created, right? Like we all created it together, but like this is such a special place, right? Where you can come to and you can be yourself and you can find the support and the love and you can work hard, right? And you can make change in your life and change in other people's lives. You know, I've seen some of y'all create like lasting friendships here. You know, people that you just were practicing next to one day, and next thing you know, you're bullshitting and boom, you're hanging out, right? Like, so it's like such a special place. So, you know, it's important to come in those tough times, right? Because it's important. When I say our kula, like I mean it, right? This is your yoga family. These are the people you see all the time, and you're always there to support. So let's enjoy each other's company, right? And here we go. Take a nice seat. Close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Take a few breaths. You know, that's the ebb and the flow of life, right? For sure. There's those moments that are going to be tough and they're going to be heavy, just like there's going to be those moments that are going to be exciting and new and fresh, right? Or those moments that are going to be a little more challenging, or moments that are going to be a little more accessible and familiar, right? That's the game that we play. Start with your breath, from listening to yourself breathe to slowing down the beginning of the inhale and pushing a little more on the end of the exhale, or counting out the breath, right? 2 or 3 seconds for your inhale, 2 or 3 seconds for your exhale, or find Ujjayi breath, where the air begins to rebound off the back of the throat, right? What is going to bring you to this moment? I think one of my most common themes that I talk about in my classes with y'all is the middle of the hourglass, right? Right here and right now. And the easiest way to come to this moment is just turn to your breath. Sit up a little taller, lean back a touch. The next inhale, let the arms lift. And let the exhale bring the fingertips and the knuckle pads to root. Let the heels of the hands lightly come together. Something else I say to you all the time, right? This is in Anjali Mudra. We say, like, we draw our hearts out before us, right? What a special thing to do for each other, to share our hearts, right? It's powerful. One time together to initiate our practice together, the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Beautiful, as we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start out in child's pose. We'll get into that low back a little bit. We'll get into some hip flexors shortly. And some twists, okay. I'll put on a little music for y'all too. So child's pose, we're gonna go toes are touching, knees are wide to the edges of your mat. The arms are overhead. Look forward. Pointer fingers will be straight forward or turned out that little bit. Now start energizing up this child's pose. So hug the hands into the midline. Keep the forearms lifting up. Keep the inner biceps lifting up. So your hands are rooted, but your arms are up off the mat here. Slide your forehead off the mat so the muscles in the back of the neck start to ignite. You feel those muscles in the upper back start to fire up. But then soften your chest down towards the mat. And you feel the side bodies lengthening, so from hips to armpit. You feel some stretch coming up the arms, chest. And as you look forward, walk the hands to the right side of the mat. Root that left sit bone into that left heel, and then breathe up that left side body. To get into those lats, I tend to show y'all just like TP the fingers on your left hand, and you'll feel this muscle right here start to stretch a little deeper. One more breath. And then inhale, come back to center. Soften down the middle. Walk your hands towards the left. And then when you push the hands down and forward, that's how you root the sit bone to the heel. And then as you breathe up that side body, breathe through the ribs, those intercostal muscles. Take a big inhale and like expand the ribs on the right side to like the front of the mat there, right? And then walk your hands towards the left and you get that peel even a little deeper. Then inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. Next inhale, come up, puppy dog. So puppy dog, your hips will be on top of your knees and your arms will be overhead. So we're kind of building our way up. This is like downward dog with our knees down. So we hug in, and we'll keep those arms lifting up. We slide that forehead off the mat so the muscles in the back of the neck starting to kick on. We feel that upper back even a little more. Now pull your belly in and your shutters closed. See, we're not looking for this. This is me losing my shutters. This is what we want. Whoosh, shutters closed. That's the work. Now keep the back of the neck sliding to the ceiling and then soften your chest down. And there's that peel getting even deeper. Then look forward, TP the fingers on the right hand, thread the left hand underneath with the palm up. We'll work the twist here. This time you can come higher in your fingertips. It'll take your right elbow to the sky. That'll give you more space to reach the left arm under a little deeper. Maybe open up the right side of your chest to the sky. Maybe even start to look up. Then inhale, come back to center. Soften down the middle. Pull those shutters closed so you don't collapse. Then look forward. TP the fingers on that left hand. Thread the right hand underneath. Feel that nice twist through the spine. Waking up that upper back.
Remember, you can TP the fingers on this hand, take the elbow to the sky, give you a little more space to twist under. Maybe start to look up. Then inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. Next inhale, come up, all fours, hands and knees. Set it up, low mountain. So hands are an inch or two in front of your shoulders, knees are an inch or two behind your hips, toes are curled, hands are hugging in, arms are engaged, heels are sweeping out, shins are hugging in, heels are pulling to your butt, legs are engaged, hips, pelvic floor draws in, belly button, the shudders, and now breathe. And when you're ready, work your cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back. Look to your belly. Lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Your inhale, arch. Your exhale, round. And just stay with your breath. Getting into the low back, you really want to lengthen those sit bones. So see right here, I want to go sit bones to the backs of my knees. And that's what's going to open this up. If you want to get to the upper back, I'm going to look to my belly more. It's going to start to open this up. See where you want to play. One more, and then come to a neutral position. So find that flat back again, low mountain. Take a couple breaths. Build it up nice and strong here, like every muscle is hugging into a bone. One more breath. Right arm up, left leg back. Exhale, lower. Left arm up, right leg back. Exhale, lower. Keep it going, your breath. When you lift, the thumb points up and the toes point down. You want to lift from the inner upper edge of the forearm and the inner upper edge of the thigh. Then you want to reach back out of your heel. You want to reach forward out of your fingertips, forward out of the crown of the head, even expanding side to side. Now you can see up, my toes are only off the floor, maybe about like 4 or 6 inches. If I go too high, look what happens. I'm in my lumbar spine. I got to be here. So I'm just extending out of the hip. One more each side. So if you started with your right arm and your left leg, finish with your left arm and your right leg. Back to low mountain. Tiger pose. Inhale, you're going to take the heel to the sky. Exhale, you're going to bring the knee to the chin or the chest. Let's do 5. Inhale, take the heel to the sky. Maybe look up. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest. Maybe look under. 3 more. Taking that hip from flexion to extension. This is extension here. Like I'm holding the ceiling up. Now this is my last one. After your last one, lower that right knee down. Take a breath. Now make sure your hips width apart on the knee because we tend to go to the midline. Then when you're ready, side 2. My arms, my base leg, my core fired up. And I'm trying to hold the ceiling up with my heel. Stay with your breath, and then after your 5, I'm here now, but take your time, stay with your breath. We'll meet back in the all fours. When you're ready, step back to plank. And then back to downward dog. If you want to bend the knees, bend your knees. If you want to straighten your legs, straighten your legs. If you want to do a little bit of both, do a little bit of both. But just like we warmed up, we were lifting those forearms up away from the mat. We were lifting those inner biceps up away from the mat. We were sliding the back of that neck forward. So now we're connected to the upper back. We're pulling the core, so pelvic floor, belly, and shudders. But now push your hands down and forward. Take your chest back towards your shins or your toenails. And there's the big opener. And then if you're going to straighten the legs, keep them engaged and reach from the hips down the back of the legs and at the bottom of the heels. Then inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Keep it going. We'll do a few. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. So now we're not just moving the hip from flexion to extension. We're working the arms, shoulders. One more. And then this time as you come forward, let the exhale lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. Squeeze those shoulders back and down, back of the heart through the front of the chest. After the 3 breaths, lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. If it felt better to bend the knees, bend the knees. If it feels better to straighten your legs, straighten your legs. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Then nice and high in the fingertips, the blocks, right? Give yourself that space. Now here's where we're opening up through the hip flexor, right? This right leg's in flexion in the hip here, but this left one's in extension. Now we got to keep the top of the thigh rooting towards getting the femur into the socket, right? So don't let this happen. See, this is me just collapsing down. I got to be here. So push down and hug your feet in. Keep that back heel straight up to the sky. It's going to try to do this on you. So you keep sweeping it out. If you need to hold the thigh up more, you stay high on the ball of the foot like this. If you feel like you could reach the heel back, then you reach the heel back. One more breath. Exhale, lower the back knee. Start dragging the knee forward, like pull your leg forward. Now inhale, come up. Plug the arms, take them up overhead. Now we're getting even deeper here in the front of the thigh. Keep that left hip coming forward, so sweep the heel out. It's going to draw that hip forward a little bit. Then pull up from the pelvic floor and pull your belly in and your shutters closed. Take your throat back, reach up through your thumbs, and now maybe curl back into the pose. Feel that getting better coming up through the front of that thigh. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Keep your left hand down. Draw your right elbow back. Take the twist. Keep spinning this left bicep forward. Yeah, so we root the shoulder back. Maybe even look up. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hands. Lift the back knee. Step back, downward dog. Stay with your breath. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. 3 breaths. Keep those shoulders back and down. After your 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Yeah, looks good. Make sure your hips width apart. We don't want to be too narrow. We don't want to be too wide. We certainly don't want to be too narrow. A little bit wider will give us a little more foundation, but narrow will lose our balance. Now keep pushing down and feel that as you push down and hug in, everything lifts up. Then if you want to reach back, you feel that deep in the stretch in the front of that right thigh. Reach forward out of the crown of the head. Breathe side to side. One more breath. The back knee lowers. The arms come in front.
take them up overhead. Now don't collapse into the front of that right thigh. I got to pull the knee forward, and I got to take that sit bone back. Then I could pull my pelvic floor and my belly in, right? So I get tall, especially with shutters. And then I can curl back into the pose a little bit. And as I go back, I go up and back. Not back and down, or that's going to send me into my low back, which we don't want to be, right? One more breath. Exhale the hands down. The right hand stays down. The left elbow draws back. Maybe we reach up. Keep that right bicep turning forward. Root the right shoulder back. Feel it integrate into the upper back. Breathe forward out of the crown of the head so you get tall here. And now open the left side of the chest towards the sky. Maybe look up. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down. Lift the back knee. Downward dog. When you're ready, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 breaths. Stay with your breath. I'm always going to be ahead of you a little bit. After the 3 breaths, lower the chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. All right, now how do we keep that low back safe? We don't want this to happen. This is stressing the hip flexors and cramming that lumbar spine. So keep those heels heavy. Here's your inner thighs, right? You hear me say inner thighs back, sacrum back, shutters close, so ribs down and back. Reach up, maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the tops of the thighs. Sit back. So you're persuading a little bit of, here's detachment up here at the hip bones. You're persuading a little space down. See, I take my hands and I'm pushing this way. Yep. Push down, rise up, take the arms up. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, take that right hand behind your back, left hand to your elbow. So this makes this even more challenging. Scapular retraction, which means your shoulder blades are coming towards your spine, go hand in hand with anterior pelvic tilt. Pelvis going this way, right? Think, if I squeeze this wants to happen, right? So it's a challenge here for sure. Let this happen. Just lean forward a little more. That'll give you the crease in the hip. And then you can work through your spine as you stand up taller. Think of the upper back as where you're lifting. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Swap side 2. And then I build the pose up through my upper back. Because if I go here, now I got to get this back to neutral, right? So I'm in the negative. Now I got to get this back here. Then so go here. This is as neutral as we can get. Then start to build up. Yep. One more breath. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Now keep the legs charged up. Exhale, fold into the pose. You can do that again. Inhale, look forward, charge those legs up, pull it up through the core. Keep the arms plugged in. We've been working on that. Don't let your arms disengage as you reach to the floor. Just use your blocks or go to your fingertips. You should have little T-Rex or robot arms here. You'll feel the arm will want to pull out of the socket in order to get to the floor. Don't let it. Go to the floor through the length in the back of the legs, the length through the spine, the erectors here, the depth that you can flex into the hip. Take the right hand to the outside of the left calf or shin. Take the twist. If you want to take the hand to the hip, go for it. If you want to flip the back of the hand to the outside of the foot and reach the arm up to the sky, feel free. Inhale, come back to center. Soften down the middle. Swap side 2. Feel that twist in the upper back. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, look forward. And exhale, fold.
Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana, one crescent. Find the power. Square that hip up. Get the lift through the ribs. Let your left hand grab your right wrist. We're going that way towards the window and the door. Yep. That's how we get into the front of this thigh, the psoas a little more. But it's all about shutters. Pull those shutters closed. That's how you're going to lift the ribs away. Yeah, we want to lift the spine up. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Keep the knees bent. Reach the left leg back. Take your time. Find your lunge. When you're ready, Vira one crescent. Keep that left hip coming forward. Work from the heel. Then the right hand's going to grab the left wrist, and we're going to go towards the brick wall. Front knee stays right on top of the ankle, right in line with that second toe. Take the head and the throat back. Take the arms back a little more, and go into that side bend. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward. Swing the arms up, big reach. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Kara, I was thinking about doing a chair pose, but I remember what you asked me in the beginning of class, and there it is. We softened up a little bit. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. You can do that again. You can inhale. You can do that on every breath. You can inhale, look forward, and you can exhale, fold. And as you look forward, what you're doing is you're charging your legs, so you're pushing down into your heels and you're sweeping them out. You're hugging your shins in, you're pulling your heels to your butt, your kneecaps up to your waist. And then as the spine gets long, you drag your fingers towards your toes, and it pulls your spine tall, and now you can fold into the pose a little bit deeper. One more breath. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So stay with your breath. We'll meet back in downward dog. I lost the clock. I'm like, where's the clock at? It's over here. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Stack the left foot on top or in front. Come to side plank. Push out of those big toe mounds. Maybe stack that left hip up on top of the right a little bit. Maybe look up. Inhale, come back to center. Push back, downward dog. Take a breath. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Stack the right foot on top or in front. Root down into the inner edge of that hand, so the thumb and the pointer finger. Maybe try to stack that right hip up on top of the left. Feel those obliques kick on. Inhale, come back to center. Push back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Stay with your breath. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel down, climb the elbow to the knee. Extended side angle. Balance beam pose, right? So front heel's in line with the back arch. That's the balance beam. Plug that arm in, sweep the bicep up along the cheek. If you want to go hand down to the block or the floor, feel free. Keep that left thigh rooting back though. So like you're sticking your butt back on the left side. We work to open those up, right? We don't want them to congest now. One more breath. Push into that front heel. Come up into warrior two. Take the hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Bow to the inside of that right thigh, humble warrior. Maybe take the arms up overhead, take that stretch a little bit deeper. But keep looking forward to like the front left corner of your mat. Exhale the hands down, spin the back heel up, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Right, we're muscling up a little bit here now. This is a challenging part of the practice. You know we will balance it out, but right now, we're playing with some muscle energy. You got to figure out how to like settle muscle energy though, right? Sometimes it could be too much. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, lunge, spin the back heel, climb the elbow to the knee. Just like there could be too much organic energy, right? Plug the arm in. It's funny, I was talking to someone about like Philadelphia sports fans, right? We hold on a little too tight sometimes, right? You can't control shit that you can't control. We want to, right? But if you're not directly involved, how are you affecting that shit? Maybe rotate open. We even had some guy tell us that when we cheer at the stadium, it doesn't really mean anything, right? It upsets them. That's how crazy the shit is. If you missed that little quote, just go back and look. Casty. Warrior two. He said sometimes the cheering is too much and upsets them. He didn't use those exact words. He said it goes against them sometimes. Take the hands behind the back.
We'll have to deal with that next year.
Yeah, we know. And if he wants to buy tickets for everybody, then I guess maybe he can tell us how to cheer, right? Maybe take those hands up overhead. See, even here in Philly in yoga, we're talking about sports and shit, right? It don't stop. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. And when you get back to downward dog, exhale, lower your knees, sit back on your heels, take a little break, child's pose, whatever feels good.
He's going to be playing for a team with no fan base.
He wants to go to Miami. Perfect. Take a few breaths.
They'll still have Phillies fans cheering though.
I don't think they're going to be cheering now. He won't get away from the booze, that's for sure. All right, we'll meet back all fours. And then turn those hands out. Now, belly in. This is what wants to happen in this pose, this. And we just worked hard to not let this happen, all right? So we want to be here. Like, that's too much, right? But that's not enough. So you got to find where that sweet spot is. Then as you push the hands down, you get this nice stretch to come up the arms. Chest a little bit. Keep your chin from falling to the floor. Like this wants to happen to me too, right? I got to keep going this way. Throat to the ceiling. Inhale, unwind, sit back on your heels, give that little spin. Clock's moving fast today. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. We'll meet all fours. Step back, plank. And then downward dog. Full breath in, complete breath out. Do a few rounds of these. Right? Think of this is like one of those poses where there's a lot of muscle energy, but a lot of times I ask you all to settle in this pose, to relax. right? And it's not because it's easy. It's just because it's familiar. But that's what you have, right? You know how to get the weight into your legs and then to be able to take a bunch of breaths here, right? That's the idea of like kind of balancing out the muscle energy, right? The organic energy. One more breath. Next inhale, come forward to plank. We'll take about 10 breaths. So we'll be here for about 30 seconds. Keep the belly in. See what I'm doing here. See, my sit bones want to do this. This is the misalignment. I got to go belly in, sit bones to my heels. Now, this is too much, right? But this is not enough. I got to find where that sweet spot is. Now reach back out of your heels. Reach forward out of the crown of your head. Keep breathing side to side. Feel how the more you push down, the more you lift up. Push back, downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Exhale, lower the back knee. We're going to go lizard into twisted monkey. So we're going to start in lizard. So take your left foot, your right foot to the right edge of your mat. You could even turn the toes open a little bit. Keep your blocks handy. Now, you want to lower your forearms to the floor. But a little trick that I show you is because this wants to collapse. This is the misalignment. This left hip wants to collapse like this. So bring your right elbow down first, and it will help you hold your left hip up a little bit. Then bring your left elbow to meet, and it'll help keep that hip from collapsing on you. Now keep dragging that back knee forward. Now, if you want to go even deeper here, you're going to lift the back knee up. And as we reach back out of the heel, we're going to get this huge opener running up the front of that thigh. We're in the back of the leg here a little bit. Keep pulling the heel back to you so you can reach the knee forward. That way you could even clear that left hip crease, right hip crease, even though it's in deep flexion. One more breath. Now exhale, lower the knee. Inhale, come up halfway. Bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand. Grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. Now walk your left hand to the edge of your mat. Your fingers might even be off the mat. That's okay. Your thumb is going to be in line with your big toe. Now spin that shoulder back. Start to open the right side of the chest. So come to the twist. Now start to draw the heel towards the sit bone. But keep dragging the heel, the front knee forward. The front heel back and the back knee forward. Keep the front of the thigh from collapsing to the floor. Pull the pelvic floor up a little more. Pull your belly button in a little deeper. Pull your shutters closed. Feel the stretch getting better. Maybe rotate a little bit deeper into the twist. Maybe draw that heel to the sit bone. One more breath. Watch the boing as you release. Nice, y'all. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hands, lift the back knee. Downward dog. Pedal, swivel, wiggle a little bit here, right? Just feel where you're at. Come to neutral. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Exhale, lower the back knee. Walk your left foot out to the left edge of your mat. Let the toes open up a little bit. Just makes it a little more accessible when you open the toes. And then that little trick to help hold the right hip up is going to be lower your left elbow first. If you can lower both elbows at the same time and hold that hip up, awesome. If you feel like you need a little more connection there is what I'm trying to keep with y'all. I'm trying to keep it from unwinding. Because what happens if it unwinds, right? We talked about that earlier. When we go into the negative, and then we got to build back to neutral before we can get it to the positive, right? So we got to do extra work. Maybe lift the back knee. Now, if you got to do the extra work, you do the extra work, right? You dive right in. But if you can hold on to that shit, you certainly want to hold on to it. Don't lose the dragging the feet towards the midline thing. That's huge in this pose. That's organic expansion. That's the balance, right, of this deep flexion is still able to make organic expansion. And then lower the back knee. Inhale, come up. Bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand. Then walk your right hand forward, or it's to the outside of your mat, and then you walk it forward so your thumb's in line with your big toe. See, the shoulder wants to do this. I got to go this way. Bicep forward. Now I'm shoulders back. Now start to open the chest. Yeah, nice, y'all. Now work drawing that heel towards the sit bone. Maybe go a little deeper in the pose. Maybe draw the heel a little bit further. And just keep playing with your breath. Few more breaths here. Stay with it. When you're ready, inhale, come back to center. Release the leg, wiggle the foot back in. Place the hands, lift the back knee. Downward dog. Pedal, swivel, wiggle. Come to neutral. Bend your knees, lower your knees, spin around to a seated position. Bend your right leg, bring it to the outside of your left hip. Bring your left foot either into the crease of your elbow, or you're going to take one hand under your ankle and one hand under your calf. I can't get this foot into my elbow. You know, if it was this side with my knee, I just can't get to that space. But it would look like this. This wants to happen, the sickle. So I got to push out of the big toe mound and pull the pinky toe side of the foot back. So my foot gets a little more here, like neutral, like Tadasana, instead of that sickle. Sit up nice and tall. And then as the name implies, baby cradle, you can kind of go a little side to side here. More in the back of the hip. That's where we're opening up, down the back of the leg. One more breath. Whew. If you want to stay here, stay here. If you want to lift, you're going to take the leg high on the arm. You're going to squeeze your arm between your leg and you're going to bring your hands to the floor, just like they would be in downward dog. You're going to take your right ankle over your left and then your feet to the outside of your hand. Bend both elbows. This is what I always see. The right one locked out like this. You got to bend this right elbow. You're going to squeeze your thighs together. Keep the shoulders back. Hasta Vakrasana. Bend your right elbow. Mm-hmm. Keep bending your right elbow. Yes. Yeah. Squeeze your thighs together. Squeeze your thighs together. Keep squeezing. Take it. Yeah. Take your feet up. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So I go leg high. Squeeze. Hands. Ankle over. Feet to the outside. Bend both elbows. Squeeze my thighs. When you're ready, baby cradle side two. I'll talk you through side two too. I've mentioned to you all in the past, I know this seems a little bit of a pretzel pose, right? It's like a lot going on. It's meant to be a foundational arm balance posture. So like you're meant to be able to learn from it. It's low to the floor, right? And it's got a lot of connection. There's not a lot of floating parts, right? Everything's on something as compared to like Ekapada Bakasana, where like you're in crow and then the one leg goes out, right? That's floating. There's nothing floating here. Everything's pretty solid. Does that make it easy? No. It makes it a challenge, but it makes it a little more accessible to learn from, right? So if you want to stay here, stay here. You're going to lift the leg up, and I take my arm underneath. And I want to get it high, like up on my shoulder. Now, if I don't squeeze, it's just going to do this. So I got to squeeze my arm. Place my hands just like downward dog. So not out here or over here, right? Just like you'd have in the whole class. Take your left ankle over your right. Feet to the outside of your hand. Bend both elbows.
Squeeze your thighs together as you come forward. Bring your chest to the floor. Yes, yes. Squeeze your legs like you're reaching your feet to the bricks. That was totally it. Take that left shoulder back. And you can hear from my voice, like, it's not effortless, but you hear, like, my voice, I'm not suffering, right? I'm just kind of like, I'm just working hard. But I can settle, right? There's definitely a balance of muscle and organic energy, right? For sure. All right, when you're ready, unwind, and then grab your mats, find a spot on the wall. We'll go upside down. If you want to stay in the middle of the room, you're always welcome to. If you're at home, you don't have a wall to kick up on, lay on your back. And then you bend your knees, interlace your hands behind your thigh, reach your heel to the sky, take a bunch of breaths, and then you can swap into side two. If you are in the studio or at home and it's not your day to invert, you can always go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you. You could do, I'll talk you through hands, through downward dog and tripod. You could do handstand, headstand, tripod, pincha. You could do wide-legged forward fold with the twist. You could do headstand, tripod to twisted crow. So a couple different things if you want to play with it, okay? So if you want to stick with me, we'll go all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. If you want to go on your own whenever you're ready. All right? So if you're sticking with me, all fours, hands and knees, take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog. When you're ready again, step one foot up the wall, then the second foot up the wall. And if your knees are bent, you're in downward dog inverted. If your legs are straight, you're in L pose. Stay with your breath. Find the balance. So there's definitely a lot of muscle energy here, right? What's the organic energy? The organic energy is like taking your chest towards your toenails, softening your face, staying with your breath. And all that shit has to happen, right? That's how you're going to bring balance to the pose. Nice, y'all. If you're in your L poses, you can go from flexion to extension. So reach the one heel to the sky. Yeah, you start in flexion and you take the leg to extension and you lower it down, you swap side two. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, let's meet on our bellies. Now we did some hip flexor, so it makes this back bend a little more accessible, okay? Same rules apply though. We got to neutralize the pelvis here so we stay out of the lumbar spine. So bend your knees, reach back, grab your ankles, your feet, or your strap. If you grab your ankles, go this way, back to dorsiflexion. Now don't pull your heels to your butt too far yet. Just keep them like you're just holding them. Now hug your knees into the midline. For just this second, so we can clear the lumbar spine, we're gonna push our knees down and our butt's gonna come up in the air, but that's only for this second. Now bring your belly button to your spine and push your pubic bone or your junk down into the yoga mat. Now our lumbar got nice and open. Look forward, reach your chest forward so the spine gets long first. Now start to come into the back bend, lift the chest. But keep your pubic bone rooting down to the mat. Don't let your sit bones go up to the sky. Keep them lengthening behind your knees. Let the back of the heart reach forward out of the front of the chest. One more breath. Stay engaged as you release. Take your hands underneath your head, turn your head to one side. You do some butt wiggles. Here, some reverse windshield wipers, whatever feels good. Twist to neutralize back bends. That's why we do a twist after a back bend. Or you could do a neutral fold too. Neutral fold would be like a downward dog with your knees like super bent. Not maybe where we want to be today, right? Because we don't want to go back to flexion. Come to neutral. Then bend the knees, reach back. Grab the ankles, the feet, or the strap. I'll talk you through that little extra setup part if you want to go through it. So push the knees down, the butt comes up for just a second. The belly button draws to the spine, the pubic bone pushes to the mat, or sit bones to the backs of the knees. Look forward as you lift the chest. Feel the upper back working strong here. But the peel coming up the belly, the chest, and the neck. Breathe. One more breath. Watch the buoying as you release. Swap your hands. So if your right hand was on top, left hand on top, turn your head to the other side. And then some butt wiggles or some reverse windshield wipers, whatever feels good. And then come to neutral. Roll over onto your back. Just take your arms up overhead. Take a nice stretch here. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little hug. With the knees bent, lower the feet to the floor. Inhale your right leg up, open the hip, cross the ankle over the knee. Hug that left knee towards your chest, supine pigeon. Back of the hip one more time here. The closer your left knee comes to your face, the further you want your right knee to move away from your face. And that's how we get deeper in the back of the hip. If you want to extend that left heel to the sky, feel free. You want to keep the knee bent, whatever feels good to you. And then release the back of the thigh as you lower the left foot to the floor, unwind that right leg, bring that right foot to the floor with the knee bent. Then inhale your left leg up, open the hip, cross the ankle over the top of the knee, hug the right knee to your chest, interlace your hands behind your thigh. If your left pinky was under, let right pinky get a chance being under. And then this time, the closer that your right knee works to your face, the further away your left knee works. Stay engaged as you release the back of the thigh, lower the right foot to the floor, then unwind the left. Take the legs out straight, reach the arms up overhead again. Take a nice stretch. Hug the right knee to your chest, roll towards the left hip. Keep the right shoulder rooted down. Belly's in, shutters closed. Maybe even look away from like the bent knee. So look at your arm out to the side, that right arm. Nice twist here. Inhale, come back to center. Hug the left knee in, take the right leg out, roll towards that right hip. Left shoulder stays rooted. Couple more breaths here. Maybe look towards the left here, down that arm. Inhale, come back to center. Take the legs out straight. One more stretch here. Spread the fingers and the toes. And when you're ready, hug the knees to your chest. Take the knees wide, come to happy baby. Keep those knees nice and wide so that they're wider than your shoulders. Keep that sacrum flat to the mat. The tendency here is that we roll to our lumbar spine and our sit bones go up to the sky. So it would be like sit bones down towards the mat. And with those knees nice and wide, start to draw the knees towards your ears. And if you want to reach one leg out or both legs out or rock side to side, whatever feels good to you. When you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'll talk everyone through laying flat, but if you want to do a variation, you could set yourself up. For hip flexors, it would be taking the blocks or the blanket behind the knees. Something everybody can do is, if you just lift up your butt, you're going to push the fleshiness towards your heels, and then you're going to place your butt back down. And you'll feel there'll be a settling in the top of the pelvis, into the low back. And let the legs reach out and the feet gently roll open. The arms come along the sides, and as the shoulders settle back, maybe the open palm turns to the sky. As the head rests back, maybe the eyes close, and the tongue softens from the roof of the mouth, and the body gets heavy. The mind softens back to the breath, and the heart opens. And begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feeling the breath as it washes over the body, your toes, your fingers, the crown of your head, through your heart, as you reawaken that better version of yourself. Maybe the fingers and the toes begin to wiggle, or the arms and the legs begin to stretch or reach. Move in some way that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. Push your hands down. As you come up to a seated position, we'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. One more time to seal in our practice, our time together with our kula. Together, the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Beautiful Om. Great to spend time with y'all. Thank you for all the support and the love you give each other. Thanks, crew. I'll see y'all soon.